Very good morning, dear students. Let's continue our second chapter, Components of Food. In the previous classes, we already discussed about fats, nutrient, and about carbohydrates, cellulose, starch, and sugar. Today, we are going to start the test for starch and test for sugar or glucose. Okay, for testing the starch, first of all, we have to take one food sample and then put it in a test tube. Okay, then add few drops of diluted iodine solution or iodine solution, and then after few minutes you will find that it will turn into blue or blackish in color, which shows the presence of starch in a food. Okay, you can see a food sample which we have taken, and then we will put some iodine solution, and the blue or blackish in color shows the presence of starch in that particular food. You can take any food sample, for example potatoes, okay, rice. This food will show the starch solution. Next, test for glucose or sugar. Okay, for this we have to take some food sample, crush it or dilute it in a test tube, and then we will add 2 ml of blue benedict solution. Okay, these are the chemicals which we find in our chemistry lab. When we will put 2 ml of benedict solution in that food sample, okay, after that we will heat it gently in a water bath. Now what is water bath? Water bath is the kind of vessel or any beaker in which we will take some water and keep it over the flame, okay, and we will heat it. We will boil the water, and then we will keep this test tube sample solution over that water bath, and we will heat for few minutes. After few minutes we will find that the solution will turns green, orange or red in color, which shows the presence of sugar in that food. Okay, for example, you can take sugar crystals, jaggery, okay, sugarcane juice or any fruit juice you can take. Okay, next start our next nutrient, protein. As we all know, this is the very most important nutrient which our body requires. It is also known as body building food. Protein, our body is made up of protein. For example, you have seen that whenever a building is constructing, okay, the most important things which need for constructing a building is a brick. Okay, these are the bricks of our body. Our body stores fat and carbohydrates but does not store protein because it is fully utilized. Protein is made up of amino acids. This is the most important topic about the amino acids. You must understand properly what are amino acids. These are the smallest unit of proteins, okay, which are like building blocks. You can see here in the picture. Proteins are organic compound containing, or it is made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. It may also contain sulfur and phosphorus, and it is made up of amino acids. When we eat a food, okay, it is going inside our stomach, it breaks down into other constituents. Okay, likewise whenever we are taking protein, it is breaking down into many amino acids. These are the simplest unit of protein. The quality of protein depends upon the amino acids they contain. It means whatever we are eating, proteins as a nutrient, okay, it depends how many amino acids it is containing. There are about 20 amino acids which are essential for our body for growth and development. Okay, uh, in the simplest form, there are total 20 amino acids which are essential for our body, which our body requires. Okay, out of this 20 amino acids, 10 are synthesized by our body. Okay, and the rest 10 or 11 amino acids are which we require for our body, we have to take from the food sources. That's why we are taking protein. And yes, this human body cannot synthesize this amino acids fully. All the 20 amino acids are cannot synthesize, means which our human body cannot create this amino acids. That's why we are taking the external source food material for completing this essential amino acids. These amino acids must be present in the proteins which we are eating. Otherwise, there will be no use of taking proteins if the amino acid is not present. Your body arranges amino acid to build the different protein it needs. For example, for building a muscles, we require different amino acids. For nails, growth of the nails, we require some other amino acids. For example, 7 or 8. Our hormones, hair, skin, cells, these are made up of by proteins when we are taking proteins. In short, we are taking amino acids. There are, as I said, there are 20 amino acids. It is easy for the body to make 10. It means 10 at least our body can create or synthesize. Okay, rest other amino acids which are essential we have to take from the food sources. Amino acids are made up of similar ingredients of elements, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, okay, and sulfur. You can see the structure of amino acids here. These are like a chain. Okay. Next, protein sources. There are basically two type of sources from which we are getting protein: animal sources and plant sources. We can also call it as a complete protein and incomplete protein. Now let's see. Complete protein means when we are taking this as a protein source, we will get all the 20 essential amino acids, and when we are taking the plant source as a protein, it is quite incomplete, means all 20 essential amino acids are not present except soya beans. Okay, so in the complete proteins, the main sources of food are meat, poultry, fish, eggs, dairy products, which are containing essential amino acids. And plant sources are dry beans, peas, nuts, tofu, grain products like pulses and all. As I said, complete or incomplete protein. If a food is an animal or comes from animal sources, it contains all the 10 essential amino acids which our body require, and 10 are synthesizing in our body only. Animal foods are complete proteins. Plant foods means plant sources contains less than 10 essential amino acids. 10 are synthesizing in our body, 10 we require from the food source, and plants are not having 10 essential amino acids. So it is called incomplete protein source. They are called incomplete proteins. Exception, soya bean and quinoa are complete protein plants which contain all the 10 essential amino acids. Now, what are the functions of protein? As I said, these are the building blocks of our body. It helps in building muscles, blood, skin, hair, nails, and internal organs. It helps our body to grow and repair itself. For example, whenever if someone is falling down, okay, and any cut rises in their body or in their skin, okay, it will heal automatically by the help of protein. It helps to fight against diseases as it increases immunity of our body, okay, immune system of our body. Now we will see the test for protein, how we can test it. First of all, we have to take any food sample in a test tube and then add blue vitriol solution. It is another chemical which is made up of the mixture of copper sulfate solution and sodium hydroxide solution, and together we will call it as a blue vitriol solution. When we will add this solution in a food sample, it after few minutes it will change into purple color, okay, which shows the or which confirms the presence of food sample of protein.